If you've ever been working on the car and you've dropped a screw and it's gone down into the engine compartment, well, there's bits and pieces that you can put onto the end of it, A, to find it, then B, to retrieve it. This is a review into the Depstech DS450 Endoscope. If you've never had an endoscope before, you probably won't realise how useful they are. And they're not something that you use all the time. However, when you need one, they are the best thing since sliced bread. A few things about it first. It's IP67 waterproof. It's full HD. You can take the micro SD card out and pop it into your PC to review the pictures if you want, or you can see it on this screen that it actually comes with. Now, I've had two endoscopes before. One, you had to manually attach it to your phone. The second one was better because it was Bluetooth, but this is better again because you're not messing around. Everything's there in your hand. You're not trying to connect it to anything. It's just absolutely fantastic for that. You take it out of the box and you use it straight away. Right, let's see this Depstech endoscope in action. First things first, there's your power button on the side. Keep your finger on it and it powers on. And it powers on relatively quickly as well, around about 2 to 3 seconds. And there we go, that's the view of it. Now, obviously, I've said that there's two cameras. So we've got the camera on the front and the camera on the side. First thing that we'll do is we'll switch cameras. And to do that, all you do is press and hold this button. If you don't hold it, all you're going to do is change the intensity of the light. So you press and hold it. Now you've switched the side camera on there. If you press and hold it again, you've got both cameras working. And the good thing about this is it doesn't crop the picture to make it fit. So although it looks compressed, you're still seeing everything. So you're not missing anything that you're looking at. And again, press it again. And you take it back to the front camera. So we've got the lights on there. Let's just take the intensity down on those. So down, down, down. So we're off. You've got 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 levels of intensity there. And if we switch it to the side camera, we should be able to have the same there. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3 levels of intensity on the light there as well. If we take it back to the front facing camera, I'll just turn it towards me. So you can see there now, I'm blocked out by the light behind me, but if I bring it up to my face there, that's where the light takes over. And if we want to take a picture of something, all you do, point it, press it once, you'll take the picture. You can see it flash up there on the screen. There we go. Now if you keep your finger on that, it switches over to the video camera. You can see it counting on the top to show how long it's been on. Also in the top right hand side you've got the battery indicator as well. So you can also see that on the back of this there's a torch there, and this is the top button. Press the top button and the torch comes on. Press it again and it's off. So first things first, actually in the case the cable's disconnected. And as you can see there, it's just a USB connection. But you do have to make sure it's a really, really tight, good fit. So when you put it in, you've got to really push it home until you hear the click. Otherwise, your screen's not going to work. On the side, you've got your on button and turning the light on and off. And with regards to the light, if you come down to the bottom here, you've got the intensity of the light down and up there. If we look over to the left hand side, you've got the menu, which we'll go through. This button, the long click on it will turn the picture. The long click on this one it changes the picture, but again, we'll have a look at that in a bit more depth. This is your acceptance key and also your play key from your camera folder. Over on the right hand side, you've got your taking a video or taking a picture. So you can do all that while you're actually holding it, which is good. And if we open up the bottom, which is covered by a waterproof panel, you can see you've got your charging point, your reset point, and this is where your micro SD card goes. And you just get it out. And it's a 32 gigabyte card that it actually comes with. That just pops back in nice and easy. So we can take that out and actually connect it to the PC to view the pictures or the video, and then just close it back up again. If we have a look at the camera itself, so the cable is very stiff, so you can basically point it in any direction you want, have it as a snake or whatever. So we've got the front facing camera there with the LEDs around it, and on this model you also have the side facing camera, which is this one here, and an LED light above it. You get a number of accessories with it as well, which make it a very useful tool, not just for viewing but also for collecting things that are missing. So if we just get those out, so that is just your reset pin basically for resetting it if there's any challenges. Pop that to one side. You've got this which screws onto the head, and I'll show you that in more detail, and it's got a magnet on it. So if you've lost something, a screw or something like that, basically you've got your camera on there and you're just going to lower it down until it picks the screw up, in other words, just like that. And along with that, you've also got a hook which does exactly the same. So again, it screws onto the head, you lower it down, hook whatever you want to hook and just lift it up. How many times have you lost things and you just haven't been able to get to them? Anyway, to fit both of those, so you've got a collar on the head there, and that just screws off. There's the collar there, you get a spare one of those. And then we'll use the magnetic one, just get it, and that just screws on. And now you've got a probe with a magnet on the end to pick up any lost screws. Some of the other accessories that this comes with, you've got your micro USB charging port there to USB 3. Obviously these are lying around all over the house, so that'll just stay in there in case of emergencies. And the actual case that it comes with for ease of carrying in the car or wherever you're using it, popping it away in the garage to protect it. And we'll quickly go through the menu, so switch it on. Down at the bottom we've got the menu key. Press menu, and from the top you've got your resolution, so 1080p. To go into it, just press the OK button down at the bottom. So you've got 720, 1080. Accept which one you want, you go back to the menu and you just scroll through it using the plus and minus keys down at the bottom. So you've got your auto power off, and if you go into that you've got anywhere from none up to 30 minutes. You've got your time setting, obviously English language. You can format the card, reset the system. Space is how much you've got left on your memory card, and then that's your software version there, and there's nothing else. You just go back to the top to the resolution. Nice and easy, very easy to work with when you're out in the field. Right, so we're all turned on now. I'm going to do a long hold on the side button to start video recording. Again, you can see it up here now. And now we're going to go down and have a look inside. So again, if you've ever lost a screw, you'll know how difficult it can be to retrieve. So if you're looking for a leak or something like that, fantastic. You can see where it is that having to take the engine to pieces to save yourself a job maybe. Now, one thing that you can't do is operate the side camera while it's in video. So if you take that off and you go back down, you want to have a look at the side, just keep your finger on this button here, long press, and it turns it to the side. So now you can see that's the radiator there, you can see. And you can spin it around and see other things as well, obviously. You can actually start recording on the side camera. Again, just hold the button down until it starts recording. You just can't flick between the cameras. And we'll just see both cameras in operation now as I go around the back of the engine. Where one of these has previously come in so useful is you can see the access panel there. Well, above it is a jacuzzi bath that you can't access from anywhere else. I had a major leak from one of the jets, but I just couldn't see it, and I needed to repair it and put some sealant on it. And the one thing that I will say is these tend to work better the closer up you are. So you can see the definition of all the hairs really well there. So not necessarily as a camera from back there, but definitely closer up. A few greys there for you, a few black ones interspersed. So in summary, this Depstech DS450 for between £70 and £80, it's absolutely fantastic. It will get you out of a hole or put you in a hole, whichever way you want to look at it. You don't use them all the time unless you're a mechanic or something like that. But when you need one, they really are a lifesaver. Very, very easy to use. I like the dual camera system on it. I like the fact that you can alter the brightness on them. You need to be able to do that so that you can actually focus in on some things easier. You've seen it in operation. You've seen the pictures from the micro SD card. It's a big recommendation, this. It's a pittance, and it's so easy to use because everything is there. You're not connecting it to your phone with a cable. You're not connecting it to your phone through Bluetooth. There's no messing around. Take it out of the box, use it. Perfect.